Hello everyone. In this video, we will be taking the light rail from King Street to Westlake. But first, prior to this little trip report, we had to take the sounder over. Currently, we are at King Street Station. But in the end, we need to be in Westlake. So let's hop off the train after a pretty good ride. As you can see, this is King Street. Anyways, enough with the sounder. Let's hop off. Also, with this ride, we're seated at the very top level of the train. So we have to head all the way down to the bottom to get off. And here we are. Let's hop off this train and head to the next one. Riding on the sounder was really nice, actually. Anyways, let's head up these stairs to get out of the station. Here you can see the very front of the train. We also end up going over this little bridge that brings us over the tracks. Here you can see the tracks pretty well. Anyways, let's keep walking. Gotta go over a crosswalk really quick, guys. As you can tell, we are not the only ones crossing. Anyways, time for a lot of walking. Here's another look at it. Anyways, we gotta keep heading over here to get to the station. My mom and sister wanted to check this place out really quick though. But after that, we made our way over there. If you guys didn't know, these light rails actually go underground for part of the time. So you could be walking and the train tracks are literally right under you. Anyways, we gotta head down another set of stairs to get down to the station. So let's do that really quick. And now that we're down here, this station looks really unique. Like you can literally just see the train tunnels down there. It's quite crazy. Anyways, we're gonna head more down here for when the train arrives. One thing I have to say about this station though is it's not that clean. It's alright though, because we won't be here for that long. Anyways, let's head down there. Looks like the next train will be arriving in 8 minutes. Down here looks more like a proper station. I mean, overall, this station is pretty nice. Not too much to it, just kind of a normal station. For some reason, birds were going on the tracks, and we thought they were gonna get hit, but they ended up moving. One ended up coming right by me. Anyways, looks like our train is going to be arriving in 2 minutes. Actually, any second now. If you look carefully over there, you can actually see our train coming. And here comes our train from T-Mobile Station. This train actually started at Angle Lake and goes all the way to Lakewood, but we're just riding it to Westlake. Anyways, let's wait for it to fully pull into the station. This train is actually surprisingly full. Anyways, time to hop on the light rail and ride it for about 2 stops. Alright. Alright, let's hop on. For most of this ride, we'll be standing up since it's so packed, but that's alright. Anyways, we are now leaving King Street. These legs usually are about a 3 to 10 minute ride. And I think this whole ride will be under a tunnel. So that's pretty cool. Anyways, let's enjoy the rest of this ride. Alright, here we are at our first stop, Pioneer Square. Once we stop, hopefully some passengers get off so we can get a seat. And here we are at Pioneer Square. Right here you can see the station. Anyways, let's grab ourselves a seat and keep going. Out we go from Pioneer Square. We should have one more stop and then we'll be at Westlake. This is the cabin of the train here. Now the seat is, well, alright. But that's okay since this is a pretty quick journey. Now the floor is fairly clean though, so that's nice. And this view is pretty cool too. Now the legroom is really good for me. Headroom is also alright. Anyways, here we are at Symphony Station. This is the last stop before Westlake. And there goes the doors. Anyways, time to make the final short trip over to Westlake. Wow, we sped up quick. Also, we're still in tunnel. Anyways, this has actually been a pretty smooth ride. Not too many bumps or nothing. Which of course is always nice. Anyways, here we are at Westlake. Let's hop off the train to go explore Seattle. All of the exploring Seattle was in a separate video. I'll link that video in the description so you guys can go check it out after this one. Anyways, let's hop on off. Check out this artwork here. And here's our train that took us. It should actually be departing pretty soon. These things actually don't stop for too long, so we should see it depart. And there goes the doors. There goes our train that we rode on. Thanks for the ride, train. Off it goes. There's the light of another train. Here comes the other one down the tunnel. This one actually started in Lakewood and is going all the way to Angle Lake. That's quite cool, 2 trains at once. the station so we can go do some more stuff. Also, you can actually see the wheels of the train. That's quite cool. Anyways, gotta head up an escalator. This will bring us up to the center of the station. So basically, Westlake Center is one huge station. Anyways, here we are at the top of the escalator. Anyways, I'll see you guys once we're done exploring Seattle. Alright, that was fun, but now we're gonna go get some candy and check out some shops. First up, we have this store that actually has Japanese Pokemon cards and Japanese One Piece cards. It also has this huge Pikachu, which I thought was pretty cool. Here's a view of it from outside. My mom and my siblings are still in there, but also check out this side duck. While all of this is cool, let's head to the candy place, which should be just over here. This place is called Candy Time, and we almost always go here when we come here. So let's head on in and get some candy. As you can see, this place is absolutely filled with candy. Just look at all this. So let's grab a bag and fill it up with candy. For me, I'm going to start with these blue bub things. I'm not sure what they're called. And now I'm going to get some of these like spirally gummies. And of course, you gotta get some gummy pizzas. Next up, I'm gonna get some cotton candy rock candy, as well as some orange creamsicle popsicle gummies. And now let's also get some gummy eyeballs. After that, I'm gonna get some 3D orange gummies. Also, let's get some Lego bricks. Let's also get some other 3D gummy fruit here. And for one more thing, a single peach ring. Time to check out. Now that we got our candy, let's head over to the station to catch the light rail back to the sounder. It's actually quite quick. All we gotta do is take an elevator down. Time to head down to the station to catch our light rail. It's kind of cool how you can see what's outside of the elevator. Anyways, here we are on the other side of the station. And looks like there is a train just arriving. But this isn't the one that we're taking. This one's going to Lakewood. And there goes that train. If you watch carefully, there's actually a power flash. Not sure why that happened, but it was kind of cool. there's not much to say about this station. It's just a kind of clean station, not too much to it. Anyways, time to wait for our train to arrive. And here comes our ride from Capitol Hill. Since last time we were going the other way, this one started in Lakewood and ends in Angle Lake. But of course, we are just taking it to King Street. Anyways, here comes our train into the station. This one's definitely not as crowded. Anyways, time to hop on. And now that we are on, let's see if we can get a seat. And look, another train is arriving. And we are leaving at the same time. The stops are Symphony and then Pioneer Square. This train was still pretty crowded. A quick fact while we're riding is that these trains are actually gonna go farther. I'm not quite sure when it will be finished, but it's gonna be pretty cool. So a trip report will definitely be coming out on that. Anyways, here we are at Symphony Station. These light rails are actually pretty fun to ride. Anyways, time to keep going. And this is the departure out of Symphony Station. And like I said earlier, a lot of this ride is under tunnels. I ended up deciding not to include Pioneer Square because you guys have already seen that and that would be pretty boring. So here we are at King Street. Anyways, that was a pretty good time riding on the light rail. These trains definitely aren't the smoothest, but they are pretty fun to ride. Anyways, time to hop off and get on the sounder. Right here is our train that took us all the way over here. Anyways, let's say goodbye to the light rail and head over to the sounder. But first, here's our train departing from the station. And there goes the end of the train. That was pretty fun, but now let's head over to the sounder. First we gotta take an an escalator to get out of the station. And now time to walk over to the sounder station. Just gotta head down these stairs to get into the station. And believe it or not, we are actually early to the station. Our sounder is already here, but it's still gonna wait for other passengers. Over here is a cool looking Amtrak that has a story behind it. I'm not gonna tell you guys though, that's for a different video. hop on the sounder. And on we go. And you know, of course, we have to go to the top level. Which is just 2 flights of stairs. And now that we're up here, let's find a seat and get out of here. And now we are departing the station. I really hope you guys enjoyed our first ever voiceover video. I personally think it turned out pretty good. Anyways, that's gonna conclude this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.